Now, the implicit advantage of renewable energy is that other forms of energy are not renewable. Gas, coal and oil will one day, very soon, run out, and to avoid society grinding to a halt, we must deliberately transition to renewables as soon as possible and at whatever cost. Anthony Albanese has been unequivocal about this from the minute he became Prime Minister in May. The future will inevitably be powered by renewables, he keeps telling us, which are secure, abundant and clean. Only trouble is, they're not. Renewable energy is irregular, and the technology that transforms it into electricity, such as giant windmills, solar panels and batteries, are mostly toxic and impossible to recycle once their short, useful life is over. Albo won't admit it, but one result of Australia becoming a renewable energy superpower will be tons of old windmills and solar panels dumped in landfill and exhausted batteries lying around leaching their toxic contents back into the environment. The tragedy is that the original forms of energy generation, such as oil, gas and coal, are far more abundant than the rush to renewables suggests they are. Human ingenuity, which is our ultimate renewable resource, has unlocked new ways of finding and safely extracting these resources. The new gas field at Beetaloo, for example, in the Northern Territory, could power Australia for an estimated 200 years. Why do we need renewables again? As I said last week, sustainability is a new religion, and the power of renewables is one of its fundamental beliefs. Renewables will deliver the faithful to a new Garden of Eden, where trees grow wind turbines, mountains are made of solar panels, and lithium-ion batteries grow like potatoes in the naturally fertile soil. If that all sounds ridiculous, it's because it is. As we can see already in Europe, the transition to renewables is nothing but an absolute disaster, especially for ordinary people, many of whom will freeze in the dark this winter. Former British member of the European Parliament, Dan Hannan, says Russian President Vladimir Putin and the war in Ukraine are commonly and incorrectly accused of being the main cause of energy shortages in Europe. Writing in the Telegraph of London, he says, quote, "The calamity into which we are heading this winter represents a failure of policy under successive governments going back decades. We are in this mess because for most of the 21st century we have ignored economic reality in pursuit of theatrical decarbonisation.